Anxious period of his life is upon Jack Nicholson, the enigmatic Hollywood legend who has captivated audiences for generations. After years of incredible performances and an unequaled legacy, he is finally saying goodbye. Why was this decision made? Come and see the shocking reality of his death sentence and what it means for his future as we unveil it to you. In Hollywood, the name Jack Nicholson is synonymous with opulence. From his horrific portrayal in The Signing to his charming roles in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest and The Departed, Nicholson has left an indelible mark on film. The actor's motivation for stepping away from the spotlight, though, is tragic and very real. He is 86 years old. Along the way, we will take a look at Nicholson's incredible life story, present struggles, and lasting impact. There were obstacles on Jack Nicholson's path to stardom. The life of Nicholson, who came into this world in Neptune City, New Jersey, on April 22, 1937, was not easy. While growing up, Nicholson had a tumultuous relationship with his grandparents, whom he mistook for parents for a considerable part of his life. Nicholson moved to Hollywood in the late 1950s with the dream of becoming a famous actor, and he tried acting for the first time after that. He got his start with bit parts in independent films and TV shows. Films like Easy Rider, which captured the spirit of the counterculture in the 60s, were his big break. After playing George Hanson to widespread critical praise and an Oscar nomination, Nicholson's Hollywood career was set in stone. In Hollywood, Jack Nicholson became famous for his exceptional acting chops, which allowed him to give every character depth and character. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, in which he portrayed the complex and rebellious Randall McMurphy, earned him his first Academy Award for Best Actor. The Shining was another watershed point in Nicholson's career. His haunting "Here's Johnny" became one of the most memorable moments in film history. From his terrifying mobster role in The Departed to his endearing rogue in As Good as It Gets, Nicholson possessed a unique ability to captivate audiences with his larger-than-life charisma. Jack Nicholson had a decorated and fruitful career, but it wasn't without its share of challenges. Constant performance, the demands of his Hollywood identity, and the expectations of his larger-than-life personality all had a devastating impact on his personal life. In addition to his acting chops, Nicholson became famous for his wild activities, which included passionate relationships and an opulent lifestyle. Never giving up, Nicholson earned the respect of his peers and the adoration of fans all around the world during his time in Hollywood. His ability to convincingly portray both vulnerable and powerful characters makes him stand out as a multi-talented performer of his time. Many in the media and among Nicholson's legion of supporters have expressed concern over his apparent retreat from public view in recent years. Nicholson reportedly has a form of dementia that has hindered his ability to continue working, according to some accounts. For someone whose whole existence revolves around storytelling and performance, this has been an absolutely crushing truth. His memory issues have worsened, making it tougher for Nicholson to commit screenplays to memory and handle the exacting demands of filmmaking, according to close colleagues and relatives. This diagnosis revealed the humanity of a man who has enchanted audiences for decades, and it also marked the end of an era in Hollywood history. As he steps down from his esteemed career, Jack Nicholson has resolved to prioritize his personal life. These days, he loves to hang out at his Beverly Hills house with his closest friends and family. Nicholson finds solace in the simple pleasures of life, despite his famed passions for basketball and painting. Regardless of his challenges, Nicholson keeps motivating everyone around him. His resilience and ability to embrace change in the face of adversity are hallmarks of his character. The impact that Jack Nicholson has had on Hollywood is immeasurable. With over 60 years of groundbreaking performances under his belt, he has amassed a body of work that will be cherished for decades to come. His ability to bring complex, multifaceted characters to life has inspired many filmmakers and actors. The impact of Nicholson extends far beyond his filmography. He personifies the strength of narrative, independence, and artistic expression. Along with entertaining audiences, his performances have also brought attention to important concerns and prompted people to reconsider societal norms. Following the announcement of his sickness, the legendary actor's admirers and colleagues have demonstrated their undying devotion. Many others have paid tribute to Nicholson online, sharing memories of their favorite moments from his films and sharing stories of how he has affected their lives. Many of Nicholson's fellow actors and directors have written touching tributes to the privilege of working with him and the wisdom they picked up from him. This overwhelming show of support serves as a poignant reminder of the profound impact Nicholson has made globally. Life is fleeting, and we should cherish every moment, as the Jack Nicholson biography poignantly reminds us. His professional achievements are proof of the power of determination and perseverance, and his current challenges show how to face adversity with dignity. People should appreciate art, and the artists who make it. Nicholson's story is a good reminder of that. His story is a good reminder that even the most legendary figures have human sides full of ups and downs. One of the things that has set Jack Nicholson apart throughout his career is his ability to reinvent himself. From counterculture star to leading man to cinematic elder statesman, he has kept his unique charisma and demeanor throughout the years. He has maintained his relevance in a constantly changing sector by taking on a wide range of tasks. Whether he was playing the manipulative Daryl Van Horn in The Witches of Itches or the delicate yet clever Melvin Goodall in As Good as It Gets, Nicholson's range and complexity never ceased to amaze audiences. His ability to develop as an actor has cemented his status as one of the best Hollywood has ever produced. Despite his reputation for playing dramatic parts, Nicholson's charisma and comedic timing allow him to shine in comedies and lighter entertainment. Terms of Endearment, for which he received an Oscar for Best Supporting Actor, showcased his talent for blending comedy with real emotion. Behind the scenes, Nicholson's co-workers knew all about his infectious laughter and sharp sense of humor. According to set reports, he is a positive character who could lift spirits even on the most stressful days of filming. His magnetic personality won over the crew and actors, and he quickly became a fan favorite. You may see the impact of Jack Nicholson's work in many contemporary performances and films. His daring choices and commitment to realism have inspired generations of actors to push themselves to their creative limitations and take risks. Many writers and filmmakers have said that Nicholson was an influence. The standard for acting brilliance has been lifted by his ability to convey sophisticated emotions with just a glance or gesture. Joker and The Dark Knight owe a debt of gratitude to Nicholson for his iconic performance as the Joker in Tim Burton's Batman, which revolutionized the way comic book villains might be portrayed on screen. Jack Nicholson is a charming, multifaceted, and often paradoxical individual outside of his professional life, despite his impressive resume. Nicholson has amassed an impressive collection of works of art over the years, and he is famously passionate about art. Sculptures and paintings that show his appreciation for creation in all its forms supposedly represent his varied taste and adorn his home. Furthermore, Nicholson is very devoted to those he cares about. His loved ones often say that he is generous and fiercely protective, and that he values long-term relationships more than short-lived ones. Nicholson has always kept his focus on what's important, despite his lavish personality. Jack Nicholson's story is about never giving up. Despite facing challenges that may have destroyed his career, he has persevered and gone from humble origins to become famous around the world. Being able to laugh and roll with the punches is an inspiration because it shows that strength comes from being able to adapt. As Nicholson navigates his current health challenges, his narrative takes on an even more poignant quality. It exemplifies the importance of living in the now and the strength of the human will. Jack Nicholson has brought joy and inspiration to millions of people all around the world, and as admirers, we owe it to him to recognize his achievements and everything he has accomplished. Very few artists are able to achieve the kind of escape, discourse, and profound impact that his films have. Melvin Udall's sensitivity and humor, Randall McMurphy's daring rebellion, and Jack Torrance's terrible intensity are just a few of Nicholson's unforgettable characters. They are a powerful reminder of the power of stories to bring people together, test their limits, and inspire new ideas. Acting was more than a career choice for Jack Nicholson, it was an obsession that lasted a lifetime. Nicholson has often said that acting gave him the opportunity to explore universal themes and human nature through his characters. He viewed each role as an opportunity to delve into the complexities of being human. Nicholson clearly cares about his acting career based on the way he trained for his roles. He became famous for immersing himself in the thoughts and emotions of his characters, and making sure he understood their motivations thoroughly. This kind of commitment is what made his performances so riveting and memorable. One thing that has defined Jack Nicholson's career is his willingness to take risks. Nicholson chose to go against the grain in an industry that often promotes conformity. From depicting out of the ordinary characters to touching on divisive issues, he never shied away from a challenge. Nicholson's ability to break new ground is on full display in his portrayal of the Joker in Batman. Putting an actor of Nicholson's caliber in a superhero film was a risky move back then. But he showed that superhero films could be entertaining and profoundly artistic through his performance, which shook up the industry. A man with a huge heart and a wicked sense of humor, Nicholson was known by those who knew him well, despite his dramatic on-screen personalities. In order to ease tension or just break the ice on set, Nicholson would often draw on his famous sense of humor. His wit was just one facet of his generosity. As they started their careers, Nicholson was known for mentoring young performers, giving them advice and encouragement. His ability to connect with people on a human level is a big reason why he is still so beloved by his fans and coworkers. Jack Nicholson has brought a lot to the film industry, and it's not only because of his performance. He was an early voice in Hollywood that challenged the status quo and advocated for creative freedom. Actors of subsequent generations were able to play more complex and unconventional roles because of his fame. The importance of collaboration to the filmmaking process was also shown by Nicholson's career. Roman Polanski, Martin Scorsese, and Stanley Kubrick were just a few of the great directors with whom he worked. Each of their films brought out different aspects of his talent. Collaborations like these have resulted in some of the most iconic films about cinema. No matter how old he got, Jack Nicholson never stopped defying Hollywood norms. While many actors find their opportunities dwindle as they become older, Nicholson was content with his age and took roles that reflected it. In films like About Schmidt and The Bucket List, he showed that he could realistically portray the elderly. Actors and spectators alike have taken heart from Nicholson's perspective on growing older. Charismatic and talented people may be found at any age, as he demonstrated. Hollywood isn't the only place where Jack Nicholson has made an impression. People from all walks of life and all corners of the globe have found something to connect with in his films. Nicholson's films, from The Shining with its horrific psychological depth to One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest with its universal themes of disobedience, have an enduring appeal. His impact on a global scale exemplifies how storytelling can transcend borders. The characters created by Nicholson have become cultural icons and have inspired generations of people. As Jack Nicholson steps away from the spotlight, his fans are left with conflicting emotions, gratitude and heartbreak. His body of work remains an abundance of creative brilliance in cinema, and his passing will undoubtedly be regretted. The magic that can be created when skill and dedication are united is something that his legacy will always remind us of. Aside from success, Nicholson's narrative showcases humanity, inventiveness, and perseverance. His life and paintings demonstrate how art may illuminate human nature. Jack Nicholson's exit from Hollywood is a bittersweet occasion for fans and the industry. The pages of film history will forever bear witness to his extraordinary career, filled with unforgettable roles and outstanding performances. While we remember him, let us not lose sight of the joy and hope he brought into our lives. Who is your favorite role that Jack Nicholson has played? Please share your thoughts by posting a comment below. If you enjoyed this video and would want to see more about the careers and impact of Hollywood's biggest stars, hit that like button, subscribe, and come back soon. Thank you for tuning in.